That jacket doesn't make you look like an asshole. You look handsome.
Thank you.
And I miss the curly mustache.
Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Hops and Bros. This week,
Craft Beer 101.
and we'll be doing the Hopfenweisse. Not to be confused with the Hopfenweisse.
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 Pronounced
It's a German word. It's
Hopfenweisse.
just very hard.
Yeah.
Super hard.
It's super hard. Aicha!
For an open window on the craft beer world, Max and Chris from Hops and Hops and Brew. Welcome to Hops and Bros. Yeah.
Alright, so this week on Craft Beer 101,
Max wears a jacket!
as always, so
And he
we're gonna be shaking the Hopfenweisse.
Yes, which is a special request from Lisa. She asked us in a little bit more in the large spectrum of what's our favorite Hopfenweisse, but we decided to make it our own, so we did a Craft Beer 101 on it.
And then we also,
review.
well, we're reviewing Thursday, stay tuned.
Yes.
A mystery beer. That's one of those beers over there.
Yeah, so what? Oh shit. Do you think?
Yeah, I don't think they can see it opened
Yeah.
or see that it's empty or not. Anyways, we did not film the review first.
No, because basically Max only put a jacket. Did you add your jacket on the other video? Oh shit.
So,
Yeah. Hopfenweisse.
great style, relatively new style in the sense that it got created by a collaboration, which is always awesome when that happens. The last time we heard about it, or that you guys heard about it on this show, was the Milkshake IPA with Omnipolo and the other one I forget.
But we did a collab episode too.
Yeah, we did also a collab episode, exactly. But yeah, just styles that are creative collaborations are awesome.
Yeah.
Because that's what beer is all about. It's about
Exactly.
creating. It's about the community around it, and it's about helping each other create newer and better things, or rediscover old things.
And make a new style out of it.
Exactly. So, the Hopfenweisse is basically what it says. It's a Weiss beer with hops. So, it got created in, the first version of it was in Germany, so it was a collaboration between Schneider and Sons Brewing
Yep.
and the other name, the Brooklyn Brewing. So Dexter and Oliver. Well, Gareth Oliver and Hans-Peter Dexter, the German guy.
Hans.
Yeah, Hans
Great
Peter.
guy.
Hans Peter. I'm sure he is a great guy. He's not the villain in Die Hard. Not this one.
No, not
Hopefully
this one.
not. So,
Yes.
they met each other and they decided to brew a collaboration beer. The first one in 400 years for Schneider and Sons Brewing. Which, big event!
It's a big thing, and it's
Big
Americans.
event! And it's Americans. They collaborated with
Yeah,
Americans.
the
American
guys-
German.
The bunch of guys from Brooklyn Brewery, which are also legends on this
Yeah.
side of the continent,
Yeah, exactly.
of the ocean.
Yeah. This,
On this
well,
side of
on
the
this side of the
ocean.
continent as well, I guess, but
Yeah.
more or less. Anyways.
Yeah. Back to the beer.
Yeah. So,
Hopfenweisse.
the first version was brewed in Germany, where basically the two of them met, and they decided to brew an homage to hops. So Gareth Oliver was a big fan of the Weiss beer that Schneider was doing, as Dexter was a big fan of hops, and they wanted to kind of make an homage to that and try to brew something of both.
Ooh.
So they created the first version, which was a Weiss, which a bunch of hops from Germany, which was good. But then they had a second collaboration. So after years of talking to each other and staying in contact, they decided, oh, let's do one in the United States.
Yeah.
Try it out, see what happens. So what they did is a Weiss beer with a bunch of hops, a bunch of American hops, which the style was created.
That's amazing. And
Yeah,
one thing
it's very amazing.
that really made the style pick up is the craft, like the homebrewing community that wanted to create clones from this beer.
Yeah,
So- But
not as easy to create a clone as we think, is it?
oh no, because a key component in this beer again is yeast. So the yeast used by the Schneider family, it's been around for like 400 years. So a lot of homebrewers had to mix up their own German yeast.
Their own German yeast, yeah.
Or cultivate from the
bottle of the collaboration beer. Okay.
Exactly, which I heard is a pain in the ass too.
I figure it
if
is.
you're not a scientist. So overall, the Hopfenweisse is a really nice, refreshing style, but also it has that nice traditional German flavor out of it. So of course it's a wheat beer, so it needs to have that nice yeasty character to it. So we mean banana, cloves. This is the main notes you need to have in this beer. But you need to have the perfect balance with the hops you put in there. So you can go with spicy hops if you want to like revamp those things, but you need to taste the hops. So citrus hops from America are the most common ones used in this beer.
In which they did a great job, I believe, to be able to offset those flavors that I'm not a big fan of in Weiss beers. I'm gonna go personal here, like I'm not a big fan of bananas. So straight up, not a big fan. But with the hops and fruity hops, it kind of counterbalances it out, which makes it a beer that I can tolerate and actually really like.
It's a great balance. I'm a big fan of Weiss, so
yeah.
That's where Max is kind of like the counterpart of that thing. But this is where both of our tastes goes into.
Diverge. Well, I mean, they diverge a lot.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, diverge. Back to the brewing of this thing. So yes, some brewers use concoction mash. Decoction mash.
Decoction mash.
Decoction
so
mash.
what is a decoction mash, Chris?
It's something I just learned. So it's a brewing technique that was used back in the days to extract more out of your original mash of the brewing and create those more roasty flavors and get more out of your grain, because grain wasn't high quality enough back in the days. So what you do is you take 1/3 of your original mash, remove it from the main tank, then boil that, stir it up so you make sure it doesn't scorch, because you don't want to burn flavors out of it. And then put it back in the main tank, which raises the temperature of your main tank at the same moment. So what it does, it's disintegrates. I don't know, it sounds really bad when I say that.
So
the proteins in the wheat.
Okay. So less wheat proteins. Less
wheat proteins, and it saves you clogging when you drain down the beers to go somewhere else. So it saves on clogging.
So it would technically be cleaner.
Technically cleaner, but it's a beer that's meant to be easy. But it makes a cleaner beer in general, so you can have a clean easy, so that's normal. But also, the word I was looking for is breakdown.
Breakdown,
not disintegrate.
Disintegrate, it's breakdown.
But it's the same thing.
It makes sense. Breakdown.
But what it does, that technique creates a rich texture to the beer. Nice flavors at the same time and a deeper colors, as you can see. So it's not a yellow Weiss. You have that nice golden color to it because of that kind of brewing process. But as I said, not all brewers use that brewing process because it's a pain in the ass to do. You need to keep track of your pH.
to do it anymore either.
No, exactly, because we have access to higher quality ingredients and also equipment that help you gauge all that stuff and make it happen without that technique. But it's still cool to see that old technique being used back again, and some people kind of like experimenting with that, because this is what it's all about.
Yes, sir.
It rounds up my little research about Hopfenweisse. It's not that far. It's not a super old style, but it still has a nice,
fairly new, not old. It's kind of in between, and it's got a nice rich history as well. So let us know what your favorite style of beer is that you would like to see on this show as well.
Of course, and if you want to try a good Hopfenweisse, then check out all the beers we have right now on the table. They are all a good example of the style. We could name a bunch, but for now, this is what we have. So subscribe to the channel, leave a like to the video because it always helps us, just giving us more confidence, because we're in front of a camera, so your likes are all your faces.
Good thing we're drinking, because I would not be able to do this sober.
Yeah, it's 8th beer today, I think. Something like that. Yeah. We're all filming this
just a second
like 8 months ahead.
It's just a second. We're fine.
Yeah, they don't know that. Like, I'll be bald when you see this.
Cheers, bud.
Cheers. N'importe quoi. J'essayais d'aller quelque part avec le bald puis le time travel. Ça a pas
Are we shaving your head? Are we shaving your head? We're shaving your